hello, welcome back to an episode of the Arsenal playthrough with me, that's Benji FM. It's Wenger Out, and he's, as I said this literally yesterday, he's still not here. I've actually had, again, not even a text message, not even an email, not even a fax, which football clubs are apparently still using. Fax machines. I've never had a fax. No, do you know what? 27, never seen a fax machine. Then again, if I don't really know what it looks like, how would I know? Weird start to today's episode. Shall we get on with it? So as you can see from this league table then, we are currently a whopping 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. Manchester United, though, just behind us, 2 games in hand on us, so could reduce that to 3 points if things go their way. And you can see so far this season that Eden Hazard and Romelu Lukaku are having fantastic years. But Hazard is the man we're going to focus on first of all then. If we take a look at some of the milestones in his career, you can see he was named in the World Team of the Year, but was also named as World Golden Ball winner, ousting Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo. And you can see there's been quite a mix of players in recent years after the domination of Messi and Ronaldo, Thiago, Neymar, and obviously now Eden Hazard, beating Neymar and Ronaldo to the honours this year. 26 goals, 25 assists, an 8.08 average rating in 36 games is pretty bloody good, I have to say. And yeah, he's been pretty dominant in games recently. And speaking of games recently, it's gone mixed. Now, today we are playing Liverpool and Stoke. Liverpool in the second leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, then a fourth round tie against Stoke City. And you can see since we last met in those games against Liverpool and Manchester United, lots of games played, lots of goals scored, but a couple of defeats to speak of. So you can see, starting at the top then, after that defeat to Manchester United, a very routine win against West Ham and West Brom, 7-1 thrashing of Fleetwood in the third round of the FA Cup. Newcastle and Brighton, pretty close games, but still coming out on top in those ones. Virgil van Dijk getting 2 against Newcastle, which is a bit surprising, but yeah, getting in amongst the goals. Then that Liverpool game, of course, Ozil getting a goal, but Liverpool winning that one 2-1. If I quickly show you this, you can see that goals from Mohamed Salah caused us all sorts of problems. He was absolutely recognised. Again, similarly to the last episode, we probably should have started on counter-attack, and I kind of went for it a bit, didn't work. And then a 2-1 defeat to Derby, Arthur on the score sheet, but Berahino scoring for them on 41, and we couldn't seemingly get back into the game. Quite a lot of chances for us, not enough shots on target, and we come out as losers, and then a 5-0 win over Swansea, Hazard and Lukaku, the 2 men we spoke about, getting amongst the goals. So, today, Liverpool and Stoke City, and we'll kick things off with this Liverpool game. Carabao Cup, one thing to talk of as well is that Gabriel Jesus has joined us. He will not feature in this game. He's had a little bit of an injury as well, but should feature in the next one against Stoke. So, I'll see you in just a moment. See you in just a moment. Why have I don't know what I've said. I'm going nowhere. We're just going to the preview screen. Here we are. This is the team for today's game. Donnarumma, Heisser, it's Heisaj, you know. Koscielny, Van Dijk, Danny Rose, Arthur Fred, Mahrez, Ozil, Hazard, and Lukaku. Interestingly, Marco Asensio, despite all of his good attributes and all of his good statistics, you would wonder why he hasn't got more goals and assists this season, and I am equally wondering that. Hence, I'm trying to figure out if he or Ozil is the right man for the job in this team. 4 goals, 4 assists, 21 appearances. I want more out of him, so we're dropping him for now. Hopefully, we'll see a bit more of him this season. Of course, Champions League games, FA Cup games, League Cup games, all to come, and well, as long as we make it through this round against Liverpool. Right, into the game we go. It's a Cup Bonanza. We've had quite a few league games recently, so I thought we'd see what would happen in these Cup games. You can see for the Liverpool team then, Emre Can, Keita in the centre, Lallana, Firmino and Acuna, with Alcacer up front, Tierney, Matip, Aya, and Johnny, and Garabarea in goal, who is not that good. Really is not that good. Come on. Right, we're going to start attacking. We're at home. We are probably the favourites of the game, I would assume, and we owe them after last time, and that's what we'll say. Right then, here we go, folks. It's Liverpool versus Arsenal. It's Arsenal versus Liverpool, and let's go for this a little bit. We're at home. We'll stay with our attacking philosophy. Let's see if we can get some goals early. Much like every game, we have a superior fitness to them. But here, Danny Rose with a throw-in, lays it into Fred, and it's been worked relatively neatly by us. Lukaku with some nice hold-up play on the edge of the box, lays it back for Arthur, and then Arthur goes out to that right-hand side. Heisser with the ball into the middle. Heisser, can he find anyone? He can't quite. Hazard will pick it up, though. Maybe this chance isn't quite over yet. Hazard's ball in, finds Arthur, knocked down, doesn't quite fall to anybody. Again, though, the chance not over completely as the ball's played into the feet of Hazard. Finds Lukaku, who can get a shot off on goal, and over the bar it goes. But a good early start from us. The lighting's a bit different today. There's no real reason for it, as Fred gets into Ozil, who plays through Lukaku. Chance for Hazard, perhaps. Oh, my goodness gracious. Nearly an early goal. Throw in deep in their half. Arthur into his feet. Heisser, though, lays it all the way across to Danny Rose, who could unleash from there, and he does. Well, you know, left-backs love that sort of thing, and Danny Rose loves it more than most. He scored a famous goal, of course, against Arsenal from a not-so-dissimilar position. You can see here, he's just lurking, number 12, on the edge of the box. He's picked up beautifully, it has to be said, by Heisser, and then then Danny Rose, one touch out his feet on the volley. Great finish it was, and it gives us the lead. Now, on aggregate, that's 2-2. Of course, Liverpool, though, with a couple of home goals. We now have an away goal to our name for scoring at Anfield. So I think, after extra time, that would give us the advantage. But as things stand, we would still go to extra time. I think in the League Cup, only away goals count after that, if I'm not mistaken. And by that, I mean extra time. I've just made it more confusing, haven't I? So far, attacking players not really playing all that well. And it's falls to Danny Rose to get us the only goal of the game, as it's played into him, actually, from the goal kick. And he finds Hazard in these advanced areas. Now, if our attacking players can start working together a little bit more, starting to flow, then I'm sure another goal will be on the horizon. Ozil into Hazard, who's got Lukaku there if he needs him, but goes himself, Eden Hazard. That is all too familiar. He's a great player, but wingers cutting in as inside forwards from either side do that too often on this game for my liking. And actually, that's been the case for numerous FMs. I don't think that's realistic. I just think it happens too much. That's all. Just think it happens too much. At half-time then, relatively even game. Got the 1-0 lead. Probably playing slightly better football, so it is deserved. And that team talk has done nothing. Nicked. Nothing. Nil. I said I'm very happy with the performance, and they love that. Right, well, okay, good. I'm a manager. Right, one more goal. We'll make this tie slightly more obvious. But so far, so good. Also, we've got a massive fourth round tie against Stoke coming up after this. So this is really the appetizer to the main event. No, doing it the other way around. But you wouldn't do that in real life. You wouldn't start with the pudding, would you? You wouldn't start with the dessert. It wouldn't make any sense. Oh, you have to start, sir. I'll have the trifle. It wouldn't happen. Right, there's 13 minutes left, and I'm thinking about a change. Eden Hazard's not the most impactful performance so far, so Moise Keane's going to come on. And Asensio, we spoke about him and Ozil, is going to replace Ozil. So a double change in the attacking areas. Can we get something more from our boys? As Asensio, maybe with a chance now, doesn't quite come to anything. Of course, a goal for either side here changes pretty much everything. As things stand, we're going to extra time. As I will say, if this game goes on a long period, then perhaps... Oh, Lukaku, that's a chance and a goal. I was going to say, if this game goes on for a long period, we'll only do one game, but Arsenal and Lukaku, meaning that Stoke will happen, folks. I teased it a moment ago. Don't worry. I know you're all here for it. This is pretty poor from Liverpool, to be honest. Matip just fires against the face of Lukaku. Moise Keane gets tackled and then Lukaku puts it in. It's a shambolic performance from Liverpool's defence, proving that the game, once again, is realistic. 2 minutes of normal time left to go. Of course, a Liverpool goal will send us to potentially penalties, but the time sticks away. I tell you what, 30 seconds left to go, and it could well be that. Virgil van Dijk plays quite a tactical ball into the corner. That will waste some time as well. And that, my friends, should be that, and is that. We go to the final of the Carabao Cup, a tournament that I'm pretty sure in this series we've won before. I shall clarify that for you now. Yes, in fact, we're the holders of it. Great memory from me there. And we will face Liverpool B with Southampton, which should be interesting. They beat Bournemouth 4-0 to turn around a 2-0 deficit. So that will be the game we play. It was after extra time as well. Charlie Austin. Is that Moussa Sissoko? It is Moussa Sissoko. Romeo Gabbiadini, all there for Southampton. So it should be a good game. That's coming up in a few weeks' time, I would imagine. It's in between some Champions League stuff and a North London derby. So it's all kicking off there. But on to Stoke, the game which we're all looking forward to, as well as the end of the transfer window, but I don't think I'm going to sign anybody. Just on that, I was going to sign one player. It would be an English centre-back. There are no good ones available, so we're just not bothering. I have too many foreign players. Brexit is taking its toll. And speaking of that, actually, I sold Idrissa Gueye to Leeds, and just until now, I forgot to mention it, £19 million. I've made a bit of a loss there. He didn't feature for me at all this season. So far, he's gone there and got a goal, so... happy days for him. Essentially, that meant we could then register Gabriel Jesus. Brexit has ruined everything. It has. And I'm not just talking about in the... We'll leave that, shall we, for another time. Right, transfer window's ending. Stoke, sorted. Is there anyone on the transfer list that you can just take? No. There's not really any good ones. Jesse Lingard, there's not really any good ones. I was just thinking we could have done something miraculous there and just gone for someone... Willie no. A few years ago, that would have been... Oh, Benjamin Mendy. I mean, a few years ago, that would have made sense. I said English defenders. Do I want Chris Smalling, though? How much is he going for? 14? No, I still don't. Just sort of hit me there that who he was. Do I get the other Moussa Dembele just to confuse things? No. Come on, we won this Stoke game. We're waiting for it. Right, folks, Stoke in the FA Cup. And I think, although this is considered the first team currently, we should have a switch around. So give me just one moment and we'll change this entire starting 11. I felt like a painter and decorator with all this moving and shuffling. Ta-da! Is that it? Yeah, that's every single player changed. Butland then, my kimono. Not had that in a while. Donande holding in the centre as well, then with Kurzawa on the left, Matic, Wilshere, Asensio, Gabriel Jesus with his debut for Arsenal, Moise Kean on the left, and then Bale up top through the middle. Very attacking. And of course it is, we're at home to Stoke. Are Stoke any good these days? What's the story with them then? Christian Benteke up top, Theo Walcott on the wing. What's going on here? Joe Lewis is in goal. What is going on? It made the switch from Aberdeen, obviously. Tyrone Mings is there. Shaw Cross, Fletcher. Mbula, Snodgrass. I don't understand any of it. Well, let's just see how we get on then. Stoke wearing the blue, we're in the red. And is this the revenge of Christian Benteke? Let's find out. In fairness, if Christian Benteke watched this series, he probably would be suing me for libel at some point. Yeah, I think I did describe him as a good striker. So, Right then, how will Gabriel Jesus do? Of course, he and Mahrez now will be vying for that spot over on the right-hand side, playing as the inside forward. It'll be interesting to see how he operates amongst this team. He's not left-footed, if I'm not mistaken. He's right-footed, so his cutting-in capabilities may well slightly differ. But I think his finishing, his overall sort of striking ability, might prove a bit of a hit in this lineup. But I guess we'll see as the games progress forward. As Asensio is working this quite nicely. Jack Wilshere, of course, getting a game as well. Musa Dembele with a chance, and it doesn't matter who plays. Goals galore. Dembele from Wilshere, and it's 1-0 Arsenal. I'm feeling fluid today. I'm feeling good. I feel every sentence is coming out perfectly. Oh, bollocks. Kamona out to Kurzawa. He's about 25 yards out. Finds Moise Kean, who slots past Joe Lewis because it's Joe Lewis, and that is obviously going to happen most of the time. Kurzawa, though, again, on the assist. Just nice to see everyone getting involved. Mike Kamona with the throw to Jack Wilshere. Gets it back, crosses it in. That was overly ambitious and quite high. Moise Kean, goal. There we are. Probably not going to release that on an album. Maybe a B-side. 35 minutes gone then. 2-0. Looking good. Stoke had one shot on target. Not great. Lots of home goals going in. Interesting. Brentford, Leeds, Liverpool. They're all getting involved. Any upsets on the cards? We look over here. Derby are beating Chelsea 2-0, so perhaps. Derby, very good team though, especially that Berahino. I've said I'm pleased with the performance. Everyone looks delighted. They're back out there. Half time. I mean, what a great game this has been. I trailed this as the main event. So far, I think it's proven as to why. Gotta say, so far, Benteke's looked like an isolated figure up front. It's going to be a chance at the start of the first half, potentially so. Moise Kean lofts it into Dembele. I think it hits the crossbar. Asensio with the rebound, and it's not counted. It was a free kick. Throw in deep in their half as Matic now on the ball. Not seen too much of him this season as Jack Wilshere with an opportunity. God, Mike Kamona. It's not Mike, it's David Kamona. Mai is not his first name. And if you watched this series for a while, that may have confused you. You never know. As Gabriel Jesus plays it. In fact, just on that note, actually, let's not have him be called. Let's have him be called Mike Kamona. Mike Kamona. Perfect. Mike Kamona. It's just better on every level. So far, I've seen very little from Theo Walcott. Sorry, that wasn't about this game. That was just in footballing history. Sorry, apology. I got a hat trick once for England. That's the only standout memory. And he did a dribble once at Anfield where he took on loads of people. That 2 moments. I think. Oh, Theo. Quite like Theo Walcott. Seems like a nice lad. But yeah, hasn't done much football, has he? Asensio drives forward. Moise Kean. It could be 3. It should have maybe been 3, but Joe Lewis standing tall, looking big. Standing tall, looking big. He's not a snowman. Theo Walcott now, chance to impress everybody, and that's summed up his career in many ways, hasn't it? So much promise, but so little reward by the end of it. Benteke, he's racing through. He's at the bar. Well, it's nice for him to take part. I am just mocking the Stoke team at the moment. It's not good practice, Ben. You should be ashamed of yourself. Should I make a change? Should we bring on one of the superstars? Actually, Rob Holding's struggling, so we'll bring on Van Dijk. I'm putting Donnarumma up front for 8 minutes. We'll play him up there as a target man. I don't know why I'm doing it. I just think it might be funny. Look, if it goes wrong, we just bring on Lukaku. It's not a problem. 5 minutes left to go, and can Stoke... Well, that would have been a problematic situation. There he is, look, Donnarumma. I don't know why I've done this. I think it's just... I've slagged off Stoke to such an extent that my confidence levels are through the roof. Theo Walcott... This won't... Look at... He's look at him. Look, Donnarumma. Can he win the header? Well, no. We've got a bit of possession here. Can Donnarumma be the man to finish this off? If he scores, I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to shake everything up in the world of football as Asensio finds Moise Kean. He's got Donnarumma and Asensio in the middle. Donnarumma goes for it, doesn't quite connect. Kimona is at Jesus now. Oh, it's going to be the goal. I've changed the lighting and it's just changed my mood. Final chance of the game then, and it's Cummings nothing. It's Arsenal 2, Stoke 0. We progress in the FA Cup. Let's watch the draw for that. We'll let our assistant do the scene talk. Donnarumma seems miffed. Right, Rob Holding's got an injury as well. 5 to 7 days with an knee injury. Not ideal, but not too bad. And yeah, so when's the draw for this? I want to see it right now. Oh, it's a few days away. Hang on then. Start the music. It's already started. Oh, God. Right, 5th round draw. Who are we getting? There's some big names left in this. Of course, Chelsea there. Liverpool. Oh, Chelsea beat Derby. That was the talk of the round. It was 3-2 in the end. Ruined everything. Higuain played for them. Oh. No, the big guns are left in it though. Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City as well. Manchester United there. So, who are we going to be getting? There's not too many teams that you can avoid, really. Manchester United will play Southampton, Arsenal, Leicester. Okay, interesting. Liverpool, Chelsea's a big game. That's good for us. And there you are then. So we've got Leicester in the next round. And our fixture list now is piling up with, look at that, all sorts going on. I think what we'll do then, next episode, I'm not sure, what do you want to see? In fact, comment section, get involved. What 2 matches would you like to see? Let me know and I'll bring them to you. We'll say up to the second leg in Sevilla, so maybe that one and one other. What do you fancy? There's a right selection there. Carabao Cup final definitely has to be shown, Ben, so maybe something before the Carabao Cup. Comment section, help. And that is going to bring us to the end then. If you enjoyed the video, do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. And whatever with care, if you want to spend until next time. The lighting has changed everything. Goodbye.